this program. And to our top story, of course, Kenya Police FC are the champions of the FKF Cup and will now be looking forward to representing Kenya in the CAF Confederations Cup after they beat KCB FC in post-match penalties. Take a look at how that action went down in Nairobi.
Faruku ulisaidia tukaingia katika mikwaju ya matuta baada ya dakika 120 na hapa ndo ikawa kwamba ni komboa nyingi.
Shadrack Simiyu akaikosa penalti ya 9 kwa upande wa timu ya KCB. Walikuwa tayari washafunga penalti 7 ama penalti 7 ndio, lakini ile ya 9 baada ya kukosa moja Collins Neto, Patrick Matasi akaicheza. Yeye mwenyewe Patrick Matasi akapiga penalti ya 9 kwa Police FC na moja kwa moja akaiweka kwenye kamba, na hii ndio penalti ambayo moja kwa moja iliweza kuwapeleka Police FC kuwa mabingwa. Hii ndio penalti ambayo iliwapeleka wakafunga Police penalti 8 na KCB wao wakafunga penalti 7, na hapa ikawa ni nafasi ya kuweza kupokea tuzo zile, ikawa ni kila kitu kuhakikisha kwamba kila mmoja anavalishwa kila ambacho anahitaji. Mfungaji bora hapa Arthur Gitego akifunga magoli 5 hat-trick dhidi ya Park University, lakini pia magoli 2 dhidi ya Compel. MVP mchezaji ambaye ameibuka kuwa mchezaji bora bila shaka ni David Owino. Messi ikawa ni mshindi wa pili wakiondoka kupewa kwa kombe hili. Kaka mkubwa ni kusema kwamba ni kimataifa zaidi. Police FC watawakilisha Kenya kimataifa. Police FC wanaondoka na shilingi milioni 2. Hapa ni kusema
wow, good week for Police FC. Steve Chitera, they won the FKF Cup and of course also the women team being crowned the champions of Kenya Women's Premier League.
Clearly shows that with investment you will always reap big, and Coach Salim Babu has been instrumental in transforming Police FC. The right players in there, the right tactical approach, and now over to the CAF Confederation Cup. Now that is the challenge. I think that is the phase where Kenya has never performed well since 1987 when Gor Mahia lifted that trophy, popularly then known as the Mandela Cup. So I think it's another opportunity where we have two teams at the Continentals. We have Gor Mahia and we have Police FC. Whatever strategies they put into preparing this team going to the Continentals will really matter a lot. And our neighbors just across the border, Simba FC and Yanga FC have done it. Simba going all the way to the quarters, I think, of the CAF Champions League. So it's something that Kenya can replicate. Probably those teams benchmarked with Kenya in 2011 when our league was doing very well. But where did the rain start beating us? On the ladies' side, Coach Beldino Demba has another opportunity to replicate what Vihiga Queens did in 2019 when they represented this region in their first ever CAF Champions League for women. And unfortunately, that is when, I think it was in 2021, yes, 2021. That is when the shocker by FIFA landed, suspending Kenya's football activities. And I think psychologically that announcement really hampered the girls' preparations going into their final match, which they would have won and proceeded to the quarterfinals. But unfortunately, a dark cloud hung, and they never knew what will happen with the what they were doing on the pitch, and that is how it ended. So another challenge to Coach Beldin. I'm sure she's a coach of repute. She will prepare this team well, and we have an opportunity to conquer the Sekafa region.
Is here real quick, what do you think really worked for Police more so in the cup competition? There has been a question. These guys are buying everybody in the market, with it Shakavas, be it Kahatas, Patilo Motors and all that. But it took them time to finally win a trophy, but eventually they are there. What did Salim Babu get right in this cup competition?
Well, a lot of things, and you can see that it was closely contested between them and KCB. But, you know, a lot happens behind the scenes in football that people never get to know, Swila. And really, we need to thank the management, but also challenge them. There's something I said, and you know the coaches will never say, and for the record, nobody has sent me to say nothing here. You see, we are aware, Swila, that at the beginning of the season, it was Logarusic was in charge.
Actually, they've changed quite a number of coaches. And
at least for this season, not many changes like the other season. And I was always making noise here about the treatment of Logarusic
vis-a-vis local coaches.
Local coaches, including, for example, on the women's side. But I said it here, I'm repeating it today, that Salim Babu has come and he has done a good job with the team. It's a challenge to the management because even as we celebrate what has happened, behind the scenes, much more can be done, and it's going to be a better team going to the Continentals. Because you look at the side of welfare, maybe for the players, they're not complaining, yeah, but much more can be done.
Absolutely.
For example, we are talking about going to the Continentals, Swila, and you don't just want to go and compete. I heard the CEO, Chris, in an interview saying that he wants to make sure that everything that the coaches are going to ask, they are going to be given. And he promised that the coaches are going to be given free hand to do what they want to do.
Absolutely.
So that by the time they're going to the Continentals, they are going to have an impact. So basically, Swila, is to say that this season, police have done what needs to be done by teams that are organized when other teams are just, hovering like without any plan for the league. Absolutely. You see what Bandari does have been making noise. You see what, for example, teams like KCB have been doing, just playing as if they want to participate. I think if police continue with what you have seen with the ladies' side and the men's side, in the next 2-3 seasons, even God could be challenged.
Around in terms of preparations for Continental, what must they address? Because as the CS says, Kenyan clubs have just been going there as formality to make up the numbers. Preliminary, they're kicked out, come back to domestic league. Next season, somebody wins it. So it's more or less just to honor the fixtures or honor what CAF has put in place, but not really to compete. What must really Babu address in that technical bench as they plan for African Challenge? Now,
already, Police FC boast of, I think, 7 players in the National Harambee Stars team. I think that is quite a significant boost for them going into the CAF Confederations Cup, and also having someone between the posts like Patrick Matasi, and he is a very experienced guy who actually carried the team to lifting that FKF Cup. And I think going forward, they say that they will also need to also boost their front line, their attacking as well. And also, they also need support from the management as well in terms of just giving them some morale and just going with that experience itself. I think they'll have to go find in the Confederations Cup. And
actually, talking of management, Zita, this last week actually we had Interior PS Omolo actually host this team to a breakfast meeting here in Nairobi. And he promised quite a number of things. I don't know whether they're the helicopters or the buses.
They were given a bus. They were given a new bus.
Basically, yeah. So basically talking of support from the management and the trickle-down effect on the players.
The support has been there for the police. You've seen even the chairman coming to watch their games, the CEO coming to watch the game. That is one of the support that everyone wants to see. And then you can see, as Orlando has said, of course, there's a lot of experienced players in police. Look about Kahata has been playing international games. Like 3/4 of the team has experienced players. My question will be, you remember when Salim Babu was supposed to take the Rising Harambee Stars outside the country? I think he was dropped as the coach. I don't know why he was dropped. I don't know if it's because of the papers. I don't know it's because of what. I hope now he has everything that will take for him to go with the team to the CAF. Because I don't want to see you've been the one who has been pushing the team up to the finals, and then you have the trophy, and then another coach comes in because you don't have maybe the CAF papers, and then someone else.
No, that is not
that Vihiga Queens.
You don't have to worry about
that.
Yeah?
Yes.
I remember Nyamu winning the
but we have information
Premier League,
and
then Coach Okere coming to step
No,
in.
that is not
So
even in discussion. Because you see,
No, we're just saying,
No.
because like having him there.
Why do we have to say it's Swiller when we have seen?
It's a fundamental point.
No.
Yeah.
It's not fundamental.
Very
for simple reason. Because we have seen FKF conducting coaching courses, and we have seen them graduate, for example, even Babu just the other day.
Yes.
So even that matter that people talk about with the national team, it is not necessarily what people think about the issues of papers and all that. Is qualified, of course, even the ladies' side, CAF, you understand. There's something I wanted to raise, and it almost went under the bridge. You see, that's why I mentioned many things happened behind the scenes. The question of success this time round, what has happened, we need to say this. There was a problem the other season with police because of a lot of interference.
From where or from home?
From the management, a lot of interference. And that's why many coaches came and went. We can number them, all of them.
So now you think that interference is no longer there?
I'm saying that, you see, when you are, it is not the numbers, we have not seen a lot of turnover this season. We hope that one continues to every basic level, including like letting a coach to work without a lot of interference. Because the problem has been this, Wheeler. You know, when you're handling a uniformed, a discipline for a team, and of course civilians are coming in, sometimes it becomes a challenge to balance those things. It is known, it is on record. That's why I'm saying that we give them their flowers this season. They have done a good job. But because a lot happens behind the scenes, please, for proper performance, even in the Continentals, the coaches needed to be given proper support, both the ladies and the men's, so that at least they are able to
on the ladies' part, you don't have a problem
there.
Yeah.
But now, real quick, on Odemba, because time is running, they've also won the league title, and of course that means a continental test awaits them, Chitera. What must Odemba really improve as she eyes the Sekafa title, and of course with that a ticket to continental?
With the teams that I think JKT are the defending champions
of Tanzania.
Of Tanzania, and I hope Coach Beldino Odemba has been watching how they've been playing. They overwhelmed Vihiga Queens in Uganda last season before they were pushed out. So I think preparation is key in terms of going early into camp. Of course, I have seen those police bullets girls. They are up to it. And I think Coach Beldino Odemba has been with these girls at the national team, and she's coaching the same girls at the club level. And I think the chemistry is very good. They only need resources. Give them the allowances in good time. As Isia has been saying that the police teams have not been having a problem with remuneration. So continue with that, and I can assure you on the girls' side, the same way our under-17 girls have done it. I have a lot of confidence in this team that is led by Coach Beldino Odemba. And of course, I cannot shy away from saying that this is a team that will lift the Sekafa trophy and go all the way to CAF Women's Champions League.
Shtera is talking like a soothsayer, is with a lot of conviction that they're going to win.
Yeah.
But there's the aspect of motivation, which no one is really bringing out. And this really came out last week. Gor Mahia are champions for the 21st time.
Yes.
Up to now, they haven't gotten that title money. We have a Golden Boot winner who was not even presented with the Golden Boot. I'm not sure right now if Beldin and the team... the Golden Boot. If you're a Golden Boot winner, you need to actually be handed it to it. I'm not sure if there's any monetary reward they've gotten now by virtue of winning that title, or if any is coming. And this is a question we've had over and over regarding our league. The motivation for the players, motivation for the clubs. You take 10 months competing in the league, then at the end of it all, a league champion gets 4 or 5 million. There's a drop in the ocean. There's actually a monthly budget of AFC Leopards.
Or gets nothing.
or gets nothing.
Yeah, and you know, it's the league nowadays has come from the days when players used to play as part-time players and have other jobs to do. Now they are full-time players, dedicate all their time from morning to evening, just training, traveling, going for matches. So I think that aspect of motivation, and I think it also boils down to the issue to do with sponsorship, which we've discussed here a couple of times. You see, like the FKF Cup, they have sponsors, and that's why the money has been coming out, and the winners getting 2 million, runners-up getting 1 million shillings. But when it comes to the league itself, both men's and women's leagues, it becomes a problem when it comes to sponsorship. I think that's what needs to be addressed. Why aren't FKF drawing sponsors into that particular league, as competitive as it is? But maybe it's also something to do with how the performance has been, and also interference. Let me start with interference from the government side, interfering into matters to do with the league, and also the selection of players from the league to the national team. I think that also boils down to the effects that it has to potential sponsors. But
Swila, real quick, let me say this. You see, there's a perception that has been there about women football, and it's changing very fast. Changing very fast. Why? Now we have a team that has qualified for the World Cup. First time a football team qualified for the World Cup. You look at how we perform even at the Continentals, and Shitera rightly mentioned what Viga did when they qualified that time. Now we're expecting, and I actually echo his words, that I expect Police were going to win Sekafa and even go to the CAF. I mean, we also came so close qualifying for the Olympics before the FIFA suspension. So I think the way you have been thinking about women football, the ladies have showed us that we are different, we can do better. And that is something that people need to seize now. For example, you're talking about girls who are going for the World Cup. Why don't we see now money coming? So I think before there was a very bad image. The ladies have worked hard. They have shown people that we can even do better than men when it comes to this frontier. And therefore, this opportunity must be seized by the authorities, by FKF, for example, and even the potential sponsors who are here, so that we don't want to have another season where the girls are playing without nothing to play for.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of money when there was, I think, the sponsorship, the free-to-air sponsorship, and the other one that was there, like 2 sponsorships. There was a lot of money that was mentioned there. I'm so
Talanta and
yes. I'm so surprised. Like there's nothing that these teams are going home with. Again, talking about the FKF Cup too, that 2 million, it's even a drop in the ocean. It's not even covering anything for what the team have been doing, have been preparing for what to come to play with that.
That's money Shitera can blow away in a day.
I know. I'm like, you need to do what, to market our game. We need to market our game. When I talked about, I went to see one of the founders of KPL, that is Bob Mundo. He said, let's take the game back to the team. Let's prepare and see what the teams can do. These things that one person or 2 people are the one commanding the game, it is not going to happen now.
In fact, Zita was joking because that trophy,
you have 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Running out of
really
time.
looks, it's a replica of what we saw the other week with Gor Mahia. So Zita was joking. Mulipatiwa na Gor Mahia.
No. These are different one, man.
So if we talk of motivation, we really need to have a serious investment into this. You also what Vihiga Queens went through the last season. So probably from the Ministry of Sports, this women team, in fact, why can't you go flat out in sponsoring these girls? They have shown it.
Absolutely. Money